It is June 12th, 2017. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. Probably some of the most sickening stories that I could ever think about covering is stories where harm to children is involved, and this is in any way, whether it be neglect, whether it be abuse, anything. I mean, children are the most important thing on this planet because they are our future, and that really cannot be disputed. It's bad enough that as a nation and as nations across this planet, it's bad enough that, well, you see the conditions, you look around, you see what's going on, you see it all falling. And it would seemingly seem that for the most part, people are fine with letting their children take over nothing but a huge mess. Doesn't seem to me like a lot of them have a whole lot of qualms about it, I mean, hell, we've had past administrations in the White House that just kicked the can down the road. I think that's what is happening when it comes to fixing this country as from the standpoint of we the people. But sometimes there are things that are totally unavoidable and senseless. Kind of in awe about this, and I should have maybe did this at the very beginning when I opened up, because I had a lot to say, I mean, I'm just dumbfounded. I'm mourning for children that I don't even know. I don't have to know them. Anyway, as the report says, Sheriff, mom left her toddlers in a hot car to die, ignored their cries. 2 young sisters died after their mother intentionally left them in a car for more than 15 hours, Texas authorities said Friday. The girls' mother, Amanda Hawkins, 19, was charged with 2 counts of abandoning or endangering a child. Kerr County Sheriff W.R. Rusty Herzholzer said in a news release. I'm sure I probably got that name wrong. Hawkins and a 16-year-old male friend initially took the children to Peterson Regional Medical Center in Kerrville, but the girls were found to be in grave condition and transferred to University Hospital in San Antonio, the release said. Brian, I don't know if that's Bryn, something like that, Hawkins, 1, and Addison Overgard Eddie, 2, died there about 5 p.m. Thursday, the release said. Authorities became suspicious after Hawkins told hospital personnel that she, the 16-year-old, and the 2 children had been at a nearby lake where the girls smelled flowers before collapsing, the news release said. They thought maybe they'd gotten into something poisonous. That's where their story was, Herholzer told CNN affiliate KABB. Investigators with Kerr County Sheriff's Office said Kerrville police determined the children actually had been left inside their mother's vehicle for 15 hours, from Tuesday night until noon Wednesday, while she and 16-year-old friend hung out with other friends inside a residence, the release said. The sheriff didn't say what caused the deaths, but told KABB that temperatures reached into the 90s during the day on Wednesday. She left them in the car, intentionally in the car, while her and the 16-year-old male friend were in the house, the sheriff said. They were in the house all night. The male friend, for a little bit, went to sleep in the car a little while, but then went back into the house. Any of this making sense? People inside the house reported hearing the children crying, but nobody went to check, he said to KABB. Hey, folks, I've got personal experience with this. My oldest child, right? I come home from work one day, and again, this is my oldest boy. And I'd come home from work one day, and This wound up happening a number of times, but my neighbor across the street approached me and said, is everything okay? Well, as far as I know, I just got home. Why? So because I've heard your child, I've heard your child screaming and crying up there all day long. That happened more than once. But you see, I made individuals, I made an attorney aware of this, I made the judge aware of this, I made the police department aware of this, and I got ignored. This is why these stories frustrate me. Because then fast forward many, many, many years, same situation again with 2 other children. Just ignored. The truth doesn't matter. Right? Why these stories really kind of get me? Because I've got experience with children not being cared for, and can't listen to the dad because he's a dad, right? Kids are always better with the mother, right? Right. Frustrating, folks. If you've had to live this, if you've gone through this, it's extremely frustrating. And it's hard to know that your children are suffering, and there's nothing you can do. I know. Anyway, sorry. It just hits home to me, okay? Fortunately, at least up to this point, none of my children have lost their life. Thank you, God. Anyway, I'll continue, and again, I apologize. The children were unconscious when Hawkins took them out of the car around noon Wednesday, the sheriff said. She attempted to bathe them, but didn't immediately take them to the hospital because she did not want to get into trouble, according to the news release. Her story quickly unraveled under questioning, the sheriff said. See, yeah, and that's all it would take. I mean, nah, I won't go there. But let's just say, like her story unraveled. If a lot of people like this, I'll just say a lot of people like this can't keep a story straight, But you have to get that far. You have to get to the point to where you get somebody to ask the damn questions. Frustrating. Remember, children are the most important thing. Charges against her might be upgraded after the case goes to grand jury, the sheriff told KABB, and the 16-year-old male may face charges. You think? Anybody that had any clue about those children shouldn't be walking the streets. Not be walking the streets. This is by far the most horrific case of child endangerment that I have seen in the 37 years that I have been in law enforcement, here Holzer said. Hawkins was arrested in San Antonio and was being held in the Bexar County Jail before transfer to the Kerr County Jail. Kerrville is located about 65 miles northwest of San Antonio. Autopsies were scheduled for Friday. Another pair of young children, a 2-year-old girl and a 16-month-old boy, died May 26 in Parker County, west of Fort Worth, in what appeared to be a hot car incident. And this gets me, right? Because, when did this? May 26th? I don't remember. Do you remember hearing anything about the May 26th thing? I didn't hear it. But I'll tell you what. You let a dog be locked up in a hot car, and it's going to make national news. You'll have people busting out windows. And I'm not saying don't protect animals. I'm not saying, that's not my point. We should be a bit more worried about the humans. People heard the children crying in the vehicle. Why didn't they do anything? Parker County Sheriff's Captain Mark Arnott told CNN that according to the mother, the children were playing in a back room of their home when they disappeared. After searching the home, the mother began looking outside, where she eventually found them locked inside the car. No charges have been filed yet in that case. Nope. But if it was a dog, insane. Insane. What have we become? Last week I covered a story about a man and a woman that killed somebody, and I think they were released on like $100,000 bail or something like that. But yet we have men sitting in a detention facility right now that didn't kill anybody. Didn't even remotely come close to hurting anybody. Something is wrong, folks. We need to fix it for the children that are still alive. It's crazy.